Okay, this is a short video on how to use graphing calculators, namely the TI-84 and the TI-83, to do two variable statistics. So you will have, first of all, get your calculator on. You will have some sort of X and Y values that you have entered in. So you need to go Stat, Edit, and then you have your lists. So on the list, you have your L1 and your L2. This is using the TI-84. So enter in, say, X values. So 3, enter 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's some sort of X values and your independent variable. Then your dependent variable, your Y values, you can enter in a series of them. So in this case, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 11. So I have 11. So I have a table of values here. Okay, L1 is my X's, L2 is my Y's. And I go Stat, and I'm going to go Calculate. And in this case, I had two variables, X and Y, so I'm going to do two var stats. And it asks you, your X list is L1, your Y list is L2. I have no frequency list. So I go to Calculate, hit Enter, and it tells me my X statistics, your standard deviation, your average, your N values, there's 5 numbers, and then it does the same for your Y's, your Y average, your Y standard deviation, and it gives you a series of other statistical indicators. Okay, so you had your stats where you entered them in doing the edit button. You entered your X and Y's, then you had to go Stat, Calculate, two var stats. You had your L1 tell it was the X's, your L2 is your Y's in this case, and you hit Calculate. Okay, if you're using a TI-83, okay, a TI-83 calculator, very similar steps. So I'm just going to quickly do that. So it'd be Stat, Edit. You're going to put your numbers in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have your L2s, which are 5, 7, 8, 9, 11. Okay, same numbers. So again, I'm going to go Stat, Calc, two var stats, and this is where the difference happens between the TI-83 and TI-84. I need to tell it I used L1 and L2. So if you see above the number 1 and the number 2, very in yellow, it says L1 and L2 right above them. I need to say it as that, so I'm going to use a second feature and then press 1 to get L1. So if I'm doing that, I have the second feature. Then I'm going to press the number 1 to say L1. Then I'm going to do comma, which the comma button is right beside the brackets, comma. Then I need to do it again for L2. So I go second, and then your number 2 button, which will say L2. So I had to tell it I used L1 and L2 to enter the data in. Then you hit enter, and you get the same statistics. You get your X average and standard deviations, as well as your Y average and standard deviations. Okay, so a short, quick little lesson using the TI-83 and the TI-84 graphing calculators to do some 1 var and 2 var stats. Thank you very much.